Hi, and welcome to Now TV. I have been sitting here struggling with myself, trying to redo 10,000 years because YouTube, it seems to have gotten it in their head that it's not my song. And they also did just one more night. They took off my monetization on the videos, my right to earn income from people watching the videos. So I'm like, now I can't figure out how to fix that. You can fix it, but the instructions make no sense. I have done everything. I've clicked on buttons everywhere and I can't fix it. So I'm like, now I gotta re-record those and then re-upload those and make sure that I've done them right when I'm filing them so that they can get the money source come through. I have to figure out how to do iTunes too and stuff, I guess. But I don't think my stuff's good enough. Maybe Lullaby, but I don't think my other stuff's good enough for iTunes. I don't do MP3s. These little cards at Walmart and all that stuff with music. You buy the song for 99 cents or $1.49. What is that all about? Why do you sell songs for $1.49? Do you have any idea how hard Madonna had to work for all those records? Michael Jackson, Prince, Bruce Springsteen. These people did not get paid 99 cents for a song. They didn't get paid $1.49 for a song. And we shouldn't be doing the same thing. We shouldn't be getting paid $1 a song, 99 cents. What the heck's that? I want somebody to buy my whole CD. The CD for $5. From my computer, I throw it in, I rip it, I put it out in the mail, and I send it to you. And the $5 comes to me, or the $5 comes first, obviously. But I don't want to be selling my songs ripped off the CD, song by song, on iTunes. I get that people just want to hear one song. I understand that. But if you don't like the music to the musician you're listening to, and you don't want to listen to the whole CD, then you know what? That's okay to have free songs where there's just singles for people to listen to. But why are you charging 99 cents or $1.49? The point of buying an album is that you're buying the album because you like the whole album, you like the person you're listening to. You don't want to listen to one song. That's what free and the internet should be. The stuff that's on the internet should be listened to for free by people because they just like one song. I don't really like that artist, I don't really like that CD, but I like this one song. Go ahead and have that one song for free. But why should I have my whole record ripped apart, piece by piece, song by song? I'd rather have people buy the whole thing. If they don't like all my music, then don't listen to my music. I don't get it. You know when you use MP3 players and you go jogging, you're at higher risk of car accidents, being hit and run. You don't hear the traffic when you go to cross the road because your ears are plugged, you got things in it, you're listening to loud music or something. I'd never go jogging listening to music. So I can't stand the invention of the thing, which is simply for people that go and exercise. Okay, I can see when you go to the gym, you don't listen to the music that's in the gym. You want to plug your ears and listen to something else as you're running the treadmill. That I get. So when you're going to go running around 5 miles or something, you need to be able to hear the traffic and the things around you. They're actually dangerous. Anyways, I don't see what the issue is. Just because we've invented technology that's this good, why can't we still enjoy old-fashioned stuff? Why can't we have vinyl records, CDs, tapes, 8-tracks for the fun of it? Oh, I really like this. Oh, I missed this. Oh, and have fun with it. VCRs, betas, DVDs. Just because we create something new doesn't mean we're supposed to make something old and technologically outdated. You don't have to. So I don't use MP3 players. Upgrading to computers and certain experiences of learning how to use stuff to the level that I've got was huge for me. I started on typewriters. Before typewriters, I was writing by hand. And when it comes to making movies and television and videos, you don't make stuff like that anymore. Like the way it was back in my day. It's garbage. When you have to actually cut and paste your film together and make it look like it's one smooth movie, you can't tell that you cut and paste anything or whatever. Today, it's cheating. And it shows the different level of art. So, yeah, I don't know. I do know I'm supposed to officially make a video out of this song. I get the 10,000 Years is ready for like a real video, but my kid lost the camera, the new one I just bought. It's in her dangerous room somewhere, and I don't have anybody to go in there to help me clean up that room. to get her to clean it with us kind of thing. I've never had that kind of friend. People like us don't have friends because we're popular or famous. So people just, we know they know of us, but they're not friends with us. I don't know why. I think even when I do start getting the money that should be in my bank already, finally showing up, I'm still going to want friends. And I'm going to go travel the world so I can find people that I can say, hey, you're actually a friend. You can come to my house at 3 o'clock in the morning drunk, and I'm going to let you sleep on my couch until you can go home in your car. You know what I mean? That's tough. Somebody that can come into my house and crash on my bed, so long, obviously, that I'm not in a relationship with anybody who's in bed with me at that time. I'm alone, and you can, pounce on top of me, and my blankets are over me, and you can just sort of, cuddle up to me because you're lonely because you're single or something. Maybe you had a fight. I don't know. Maybe you're sick of your roommate. Gosh knows what. But you're here, and I'm okay with that. I don't know what happened in the world today when it comes to friends and what friends are. I think friends even hold hands with each other. Doesn't mean they're together as a couple. Doesn't mean they're in love, but they show certain levels of physical bonding. I was out today. This is why I'm talking about all this. I was walking dogs, because that's what I do. I walk dogs. Because I'm sick of working for $10 an hour as a security guard when I should be VIPing people like Eminem, Gwen, Biff, and anybody else that comes to Canada. They should just be calling me up. And the phone should be ringing and it should be saying, "Stop keep being this annoying till you pick me up." I'm like, that's just my call for anybody that calls me. I'm just going to use that whole thing. But today, I walk in the dogs because it pays more than security work. These kids are running up the street. They're exercising from school. They're going all the way around this huge trek to get outside, to get air and have a good time. And they're cool. They're looking at the dogs thinking how the dogs are cool. Pit Stop being so old and a greyhound that used to run for, a living in racetracks and 40 miles an hour and still alive. And I'm seeing these kids hold hands. And I stopped and my foot went and turned inward towards me, and I felt really weird because there's this woman standing there representing Superwoman, a superhero to the world. And I'm realizing, oh, this is a huge responsibility. It's saying so much to these kids that are running by me, and I'm watching them hold hands. And my brain went, ah, and I went, ew, weird. And I'm like, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's me. And I realize that it's me because I've never had friends. I've never had sleepovers like that. And the sleepovers I did have were not good experiences, and we won't get into that on a video like this. But there was a few of them, and they weren't good. But I've never held hands with girls, never had a best friend, never had anybody braid my hair. We didn't exchange clothes or change in the gym, comfortable around each other at school, whatever. Listen to music, call each other, hang out. I didn't have anything like that in my life. So when I see these kids holding hands, I was tripped out. I see these boys holding hands. Normal boys. Comfortable enough as friends to hold each other's hands because they're taught that it's okay to be friendly with each other and be comfortable with their masculinity. And the kind of guys that can do that now as kids will grow up to be healthy, well-adjusted guys in relationships with girls. And it freaked me out because it was healthy and it was normal, and I'm like, that's weird because I thought, ew, it's not their fault, it's me. And that was great. I'm like, wow, I don't know how to think about that or what to feel about that. It just tripped me out. And the girls, same thing. A few minutes later, a couple of girls doing the same thing. And I'm like, cool. But yuck. Not me. Don't touch me. Don't even think about it. Don't even try. Yuck. But then I thought about the superhero thing, and the kids are like, ooh, what's your name? I think I've seen you around before. Hey, that's that Superwoman lady. And I freaked out, and I'm realizing as a superhero, the kind of sentiment or example that's supposed to lead for me in the world, and I'm like, but I can't handle touch. I can't even deal with the topic of physical contact. How am I supposed to be that kind of example to kids, where I'm watching these kids do stuff that's normal, and they're giving me an example to say it's okay to hold somebody else's hand and feel comfortable. I'm like, oh, they're teaching me something. I mean, yay for the kids today, the boys and the girls, same sex, holding hands, no reflection of gaydom, no reflection of homosexuality, no reflection of all that crap. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do with being people. It had to do with kids having a good time, having friends, being bonded, being close enough to somebody in their same sex that they could feel comfortable enough to touch. I'm like, wow! I wish I could experience that. Can't. I guess it comes from the European, British background in me. You know, I still come from a school where they taught to be seen and not heard almost. And with my religious background, it's the same thing. It's almost like being Jewish. Worse. Jews drink. After a while, they become promiscuous and all kinds of other stuff. You don't get condemned to death for leaving, and you can come back, and because it's not real. It's not the truth. It's not my God throwing you out and telling you to stay out. All kinds of complications. But yeah, so it was neat that they were teaching me something. That because of the damage done in my life, that I was cringing at something that was perfectly healthy. So I thought, ooh. Because my thing today is people raise wisses. Boys don't know how to be men. I fell in love 7 summers ago. I've written a whole CD about that love, that affection, that relationship with the guy that never came to be with me because of what his parents did in his head. They had 3 sons, and all 3 of them today are not married or engaged to be married and don't own their own houses and don't have full-time jobs. One of them plays guitar, the one I fell in love with. The one that said, I play guitar one day, one summer, and I said, great, now play for me, and I'll be happy with you for the rest of my life. But it didn't happen, because somewhere inside of their childhood, I guess, something went wrong with the teachings at home. The boundaries. Because they all went back to mommy all the time. Suck up to mommy. Mommy treats them so spoilishly, so badly, or so what is it? Was it wussy-ish? It's like being married to their mom. Literally. That's incestual, emotional incest, covert incest, where they're not capable of functioning, standing on their own 2 feet, being men, being adults, and living for themselves. And this is a problem all over the world. It's not just in this family. So the guy that I fell in love with isn't with me today because he failed to understand in order to have a life of his own as an adult and be a man, that means to go and leave what his parents raised him to become, to go find a person to bond with, to spend the rest of his life growing old with, and building his own life. That summer I met him, if he had come back right after I had met him and held my hand, the whole world would be different today. His life and my life. Now I'm hurt, and I'm living a fractured mind. I act bipolar, and I cry so much, and I break down so often. People in the neighborhood look at me weird because I'm walking around talking out loud to myself because I have never been able to talk to him while I'm walking dogs. And then I'm doing the superhero stuff, and I have these kids holding hands, teaching me that it's okay, and I don't know that kind of bond or affection. And here I was as an adult for the first time in my life, thinking I was going to get that, and it didn't happen. I risked myself for how little I like being touched, how little I like affection. I risked myself by asking if I could hold him because I was trying to respect his boundaries, his inability to show love, to find somebody to hold and give what's inside of him too. And there was a lot in there to give to somebody. And that somebody needed to be me. And he walked away a few days later after I had met him, knowing that it should have been me, and chose to stay away from me because his parents taught him that he wasn't worthy. So they had to wait for me to get over being in love with him. But then there's no other girl that wants him because he can't function, and he doesn't have anybody to play the guitar for because it was only meant to be heard by me. But he can't play that guitar now that I've made this CD and come here and kiss and make up with me. It's not going to work because of how much pain it caused me to write this CD that didn't end with us as a couple writing happy songs about the stories we experienced together through the travels of writing a CD and our relationship. So I look at these kids and I think, wow, I'm so jealous. Why am I thinking you? But I'm thinking about the parents raising their kids to be wussy. So they can't function, they can't be men. We're looking at women as a desperate ploy, as a replacement in our lives as a companion because we're strong. We know how to get hurt and get up and wipe ourselves off and keep going. While men break down and become dysfunctional, go running home to their mommy. There's this thing that I was reading in the covert incest article when I was doing my research. And the line disturbed me because it's a reflection of what happened here. At the end of the article, there was a thing where this girl was saying, I broke up with my boyfriend recently because he said he was never going to marry me. He wouldn't never marry me because he said he gets enough love at home from his mother. She treats him like he's her husband, he says. And that's good enough for him. And it just dawned on me that that's what it was. That it was the same thing. She spoiled them so bad they don't know how to leave home. They all want to move back into the White House that's built in the middle of a rock in a mountain because they can't go someplace else in the world away from the house. They don't know how to. They just keep going right back to mommy and daddy. Let me back in, mommy. I can't make it out there in the world. I got to move back into the house. Can I have my room back? Since mommy can't sleep with him directly, she just, babies him in all these other fashions and manners, and then just avoid sex and the topic of sex with anybody in the family, including her husband. It's bad. But a guy, in order to be a man and a husband and a best friend and a lover, he's got to be able to stand on his 2 feet. But he's also got to be able to handle emotions. Like when I asked to hold him, he should have realized that I was respecting his boundaries. Not just me, I'm talking about in relationships. If a girl's saying, I like you, but I've been hurt a lot, and I don't want to do this for anybody, but I'm going to do this for you because I think you're worth it. I'm going to put myself out there on the line. I'm going to risk my emotions to reach out. I'm going to try and take the lead in this relationship. I'm going to make the first move, the first pass. Can I hold you? Because I'm not just going to jump at you, because I don't want to be hurt. I'm scared. But I also respect that you don't know what it's like to have given yourself to anybody, because you haven't. And the guy says, okay, whatever. And he's okay. So you reach out and you cuddle. You hold each other for a few minutes. But he never holds you back. Physically. Contact. It hurts you instantly in the heart. You're crushed. He pulls away. He goes and sits someplace else. Not because he doesn't like you, because he's stupid. Because his mom never taught him how to be affectionate, or that it was okay to be affectionate, because the only person he was supposed to show affection to is her. So now he's got to go back to her physically to get the only kind of contact or love that he knows. So now he's addicted to his mother. He got to go back to her because he can't go anywhere because he doesn't know how to, because now he's just hurt the only girl that wants it, needs it, and was born for it. I have to suffer and get over it and move on with my life and act like I didn't feel anything. There was no love there or relationship that I was trying to ask him to be a part of in a two-way format. I did. I grew up. It was hard. I'm 37 now, and I grew up. I went up north, spent 3.5 years doing what I had to do to get my life turned around. I started performing live in Queen Charlotte Islands, then down to Prince Rupert, then to Terrace, and then over to Fort St. John and Prince George. Like, I did my time. I played, I worked, I did my flagging. I should have been able to buy a house in that time. I should have seen him come and try to make up with me in that time. He didn't. Now I've given them a postcard where the message is there for him, and a guitar, which he doesn't deserve, but a guitar to clarify what happened. Right when he said I play guitar, and then never played a guitar for me, he lost it. He lost everything. He lost everything he was asking for, everything he wanted, everything he needed, everything he could have had. His whole world. Gone. You don't tell a girl you like that you can play guitar and then never let her hear you play a song and think that 7 years later, without ever seeing her, that you guys can kiss and make up and move on. Holy cow, Batman, after what she had to go through, the drug addictions, the prostitution, the homelessness, or whatever it is, the abuse, the rape or the battery or whatever she went through in relationships before you. When she gets to you and you meet her and she's tattered and torn and tired and you see that she's the right one, you love her. And you grab on and you hold like a motherfucker. And you don't let go. And you spoil her. You give her everything she wants, everything she needs, everything she asks for because of what she's going to do for you. It didn't say you have to make love to her the day you meet her or the day after or the third day, but you love her. You hold her in your arms and you fucking love her. And you hold her. And you listen. And you ask questions. And you demand those details. What happened, honey? Tell me. I want to know. You know that song that guy sang? I love that song. Ha! Where it's about talk about you. Let's talk about you. I love to talk about you, but I don't want to talk about you today. I want to talk about me. I love that song because that is what happened. I liked this guy so much that I understood what he grew up to be so well that I asked him if I could hold him. And I said, in my brain, I don't want to talk about me, I want to talk about you. I'm so happy to have met you. I've spent my whole life traveling this country. I'm so bored of this place. But I have been through hell and back, and I have survived, and I'm here to meet you. God knows I'm happy to have met you. Then that whole thing was ripped apart in shreds. Taken out from underneath me. Just wiped away. Now go another 7 years without seeing him again. What? Fuck no. You're kidding. And that's what happened. But I wanted to hear about him in that time frame that I was with him. I didn't want to talk about me. I didn't want to talk about how he met me, what I was doing, where I was, and how I became to be that. Because I was so excited to know him. I just wanted him to tell me what his first girlfriend's name was, what she was like, what high school was like, his best friends. He didn't. He can't now because my life is on camera. It is here for everybody to watch and see on YouTube. So now, what I can't have in privacy with him is going to be said as I live my life for people to just tune into. As I tell my real life story about a love affair and a relationship that never happened. That never got to happen in real life. A guy that never played guitar for a girl that loved him. That wanted her to I don't know, save the world for him or something. I don't know. He wanted me to be the man. He wanted me to wear the pants. He wanted me to save him and save his family too. I had a daughter. I told him I had a daughter. I'd just gotten divorced. And I thought he was going to come and meet her. And if he had, because I hadn't lost my license to drive, I knew how to live in this world. I know how to survive. I know how to turn a trick if I have to, because my guitar money doesn't make me enough cash. I know how to go to an agency wherever I am, even if I'm in Zimbabwe. It don't matter. The point is the moral of the story in this situation is that it's tough to survive in this world. If you don't know how to live with nothing, if you can't survive on nothing, then you can't get by in this world. Most of us are lucky we get educations and job skills and jobs so we can earn an income so we don't have to do stuff like that to compromise ourselves. But if you're in a bind and you've got kids to feed, you've got bills to pay, gas for your car that's needed, you do what you have to do. But you have to know how to and have to not be afraid of it. If you do stuff like drugs, then you got to live with the lifestyle and the consequences of what doing that is about according to society. People who've never done it don't know what it's like. They don't get it. Drugs are for the rich or for the poor. But the middle class people, well, eventually they lose everything. Houses, cars, credit cards, kids, whatever. But I'm just saying that when life is presented to you in a certain way, you have to understand and recognize the signs, the intuition. Live your life. Don't live with regrets. I'm now 37 years old and stuck in Canada. I can't leave. Not just me, but tons of other Canadians. If you go to the border right now and you don't have $5,000 in a bank and a credit card and a final destination, as in to whose house you're going, and a contact number so they can confirm if they want to that the person's actually going there, you can't leave here. And it's not just me. This guy I fell in love with who plays guitar, who's never played guitar for any girl in the world, who's got nobody to play guitar for now. He couldn't leave Canada if he wanted to either because he hasn't worked. He hasn't saved money for a mortgage to buy himself a house. He hasn't done anything except, I don't know. Maybe he's played some guitar, just not for me. But now I gotta go and travel as far as Montreal, do what I gotta do to sell my CDs at $5 a piece, to get a couple of proper videos up so I can raise enough money so I can leave. And it has hurt my career, my writing, and my screenplay work by 2 years at least. Plus there's a baby that I can't get the father to come here, who technically doesn't have to come around because he didn't make the baby. But he wanted one, and he wished for one, and he got exactly what he wanted. And if he had been there from the moment she was born on, he would see how hers he was, and should be today. Now, I don't like leaving her here, watching her not be able to audition for Steve Martin, because she's ready, and she's practiced her parts. She's been ready since last year. But I have to move on. I have to be able to get back into driving trucks. But I have to go where I can go to do that. Because I'm not getting the help I need to get out of here when I should have. Or now. I'm thinking I need something by the end of this month. A decision. Something's got to be changed. Now, I can't go and tell the president to do the right thing by undoing what he's done to the people in this country. By telling him to drop out of the race for a second term in the White House because he doesn't deserve it. He hasn't earned it. He's betraying the public as we speak, as he prepares to spend money that country does not have. He might be able to control the border so that his Americans can just show their driver's licenses at the border to come through our border and drive in our country until they get to Alaska. So therefore they can trip around in the whole country because we don't have borders at all the provinces. So they don't need passports to come here. And if they're here, they can stay. But I can't get that president to realize you can't take our money to pay your $1 trillion deficit. The rest of the world is on the Commonwealth. There are more countries in this world that go by the queen on the face of the coin than by the people that go by American bills. So him locking down this country to try to take our money to pay his bills is not going to work. So he's going to come in and work and stay and not even know they're here because all they had to use was a driver's license to come in. I can't fix that from this Now TV station. I'm not going to go drive to Ottawa running around in the Superman van going, woo, Superman's in Ottawa, to get the Prime Minister's attention, to get him to realize that guy was shaking your hand in public, on camera, in front of the whole world, going, watch this. He can get out of the country because he's got money and a job, he's the Prime Minister, but the rest of them can't. Welcome to communism. These are the people that are saying, we like this guy, we pick him. Why? He's proven he's not a good guy. All this fighting never ends. This war never stops. You don't have it in you to swallow your pride to see that somebody's saying, let's put up this new flag. And for 15 minutes, one day a year, a new flag that goes up. And on the bottom of that flag it says, for the Commonwealth. As in for everyone. All people. Which is why we have a bigger chunk of the earth. And on a corner it says Commonwealth. Because this war was about making sure everybody had equality. Their needs met. Now the world's got to get to a place where we can have the dollar value mean a dollar. And we're not going to go by the American dollar value. Just that a dollar is a dollar. So I got to go and make some money doing what it is I do. Artistically. So I can have savings in the bank account so I can leave. I don't go backwards in my life. I go forward. For me to go back to Vancouver would be like shooting myself in the foot. It would look stupid. Why would I go back to a life that I left 5 years ago to go up north and look like I haven't learned anything or haven't grown or changed? Why would I want to go sit on the grass by a bench outside of a Greyhound station to record a music video with my own personal camera and hope that gets played on a music station in Toronto. I just go to Toronto, record the song there with the guitar, and then have it played over there and play live. BC might be my home, but without having a house and a key that I can go into the house and the mortgage payment and all that stuff is in my name paperwork-wise, and it's redundant to do that. My whole life in these last few years has been a bona fide lie almost because of what that president has done since he's been called into house. Now the story will get told. I will keep making these videos. The truth will come out. But I just realized that as Superwoman, and ouch, I am going to have a hard time setting an example for young kids having to do with physical contact and affection. But even growing up in the religion I was born into, I look at the people inside there and see that they don't know how to either. Now, I'm saying you want to raise people tough. I want kids, I don't care if it's boys or girls, that can fall down, bump themselves, and have parents that are not freaks. Oh, my kid fell down, but you can see nothing's broken. They're not choking. Don't run to them. Don't freak the kid out, make the kid cry more. Stop. Don't panic. Because the kid will learn by example. If your kid falls down, gets back up, and didn't cry, great. Leave it that way. You want a strong child. We don't have a society like that, so everybody's gay. I laugh at that whole campaign about everybody gay. It's so true. And I don't mean that everybody's gay. But they're gay because emotionally we've made them wussy. I want kids that can... And my teenager's doing the good job. She's too good of a job. I can't hug her. She's 15 and she's done. I can't get close to her. I can't give her physical affection. She's finished. She's tough. She knows how to fall down, scrape her knee, get up, fix it herself. Put a Band-Aid on it, clean it. Mom, my elbow! I know we need to be needed as parents, but not to the degree that the society is at right now. I think people should just stop having kids because they don't know the first thing about what's involved. Yuck. So what I saw today was amazing, because that's few and far in between. I can't do that. But I know I'm okay if my kids learn how to, because I never got to. I couldn't fall in love and be in love with the guy I wanted to be with because he doesn't know how to. Still, now, today, hold a girl's hand. Tell her he loves her. Tell his parents to fuck off. Tell his brother that his daughter is not his daughter and he doesn't have to live his life according to what his brother's doing for his niece or whatever. Other people have children. They're not your children. You don't have to make your decisions and the life you live based on other people's children. Go have a life of your own. And if you guys are all great and close and bonding is wonderful, then your kids are going to hang out with each other. But you lead by example. I'm an awesome leader. I have never been a follower. I'm punk. In theory, technically, even though my hair's all long and brown again, my fundamentals don't change. I hate politics. I can't stand government. I don't like liars. I can't stand thieves. I can't stand crime. I hate hate. I don't even understand the concept of it. I'm a great anarchist. Fucking A! Anarchy! Get it. I got it. Punk is great if you understand the anarchy behind it. You get that the Bible is a huge thing. And these kind of people that rebel and don't know what their cause is because they haven't read their scripture well enough. I'm a great punk because I understand how my Bible fits. I've read the Bible. I pray. I write my songs, my life around it. I'm real. I look at the people around me and I think, oh, these people don't know life. They don't know how to live. They don't know how to raise kids. Bunch of parasites. You go to the park and they're, mine, mine, mine. Can I help myself to your toys? So you got to go to the park without toys because they're all animals. Then you get a president that lies in front of the whole world and is all happy I'm the first black president. Yeah, but you did a fucking shitty job. You just betrayed a bunch of trust that people gave to you because they thought that war between our two countries was finally over. Dead. And it should be. Those borders should be opened. There should be freedom. To know the difference between a criminal and a law-abiding citizen It isn't about what you do in your personal life behind closed doors, whether you're a prostitute for $2,000 a trick and you put an ad in the paper. I don't care. People got to survive. They got to pay bills. They got kids to raise. How to catch a guy that's bringing in 25 pounds of dope. That's what you want to concentrate on. You don't want to deal with the average family. We want to stop the drugs. You're going to stop the free trade and all the services of all the countries, so everybody's stuck in the country they're in. Nobody can go anywhere because I'm trying to figure out where all the drugs are coming from and why we can't stop it. That's a pretty extreme method. Majority of us just want to live our lives in peace. Most of us are good people. If you can't hire people that can figure that out at the border, then you've got the wrong people. What you should be looking at is the resume from the perspective of the wanted. People that are welcome, the ones with job skills that can work anywhere. Let them in. White, Indian, French, those are Canadians. Anything else in Canada is an immigrant. That's what built this country. There's not much of us, white, Native, and French. Period. Those ones are from here. And at the border, your guards should be able to figure that out. Oh, she's white, we can let her in. Welcome to America. French and Indian. Welcome to America. Not hard. But you make it worse. And then you say, oh, now look at me power tripping. I'm going to show the control I have. Mine can go there, but they don't have to show a passport. They're just going to show their driver's license. See, I'm American. Oh, welcome to Canada. The highway will take you straight up to Alaska. Oh, what if I don't go there? Oh, no, I don't take care of the Canadian side. We don't even make you guys get work visas to come to our side. Work visas. We don't make you apply for citizenship. Till it's necessary, till you want to. It's Canada. And you should be trying to have a country that's based off the same premises over there. It's appalling. Freedom. We fight for freedom and then we don't practice it. There are bad people everywhere in the world, but that doesn't mean the good people should all be locked up. Those good people should come together to show that there's more power of the goodness in this world, like the song did back in the days of We Are the World. If we can't come together and do that today, then we're all screwed. Why do you keep having kids? Stop. Stop breeding. Stop mating. Stop making babies. If you don't understand the fundamentals behind what God was saying about the 10 Commandments, stop. My life's been stopped because of it. Where I should be right now. Instead of talking to the world on this, hoping that somebody's going to say, you know what she says is good. I'm going to watch her videos. You should too. I've lost my freedom to be the average person in my 30s that I was trying to be when I met this guy. My life literally got interrupted. The movie Girl Interrupted, well, that literally has been my life. It's not acting. It's true story, not fiction. And the people out there right now that can help me aren't. Their reputations and their personality and everything I thought they were, what they thought they could be, is wrecked in my books. They've lost my respect. Because it's all about a campaign, their career. It's all about living the lie. I will get out of here. It's just sad what I had to go through in the process it's going to take. At any rate, it's okay to have your kids cry. They get their knees scraped and to clean themselves off, go to the bathroom. No, that's okay, Mom, I can do it. It's okay for your kids to have friends that they feel comfortable enough to hold and hug and hold hands with and understand that balance emotionally as normal. Because it stops them from becoming flaky and twinky. It helps to draw them on and define that in their brains, they're men. A man is somebody that can cry. A man is somebody that can show his emotion. A man is somebody that knows he's got emotions and understands what he's feeling. Instead of this world we've got, everybody's gay. It's so true. It makes me sick. I want strong kids. When Sarah falls down, I don't do anything until she reacts. I wait to see if it takes her 30 seconds or a minute to cry, and she looks at me and she goes, oh, I really hurt enough that I really want your love. Then I let her come to me and I pick her up. But she's walking. She's okay. She's not broken. So I give her the love she needs to make her feel better. And she stops and wipe it away and then put her down and let her go. Don't make a big deal of it. You know, my kids are going to grow up to be awesome because I do that right. But I see that my neighbors don't. Today was shocking for me watching these kids give me an example of what I never had in my life and what the guys that I should be a sister to that I've never met should have, for example, for their own kids with my kids because I didn't get this stuff. And as a superhero, how do I represent myself to the world and still be real as Jennifer? Gosh, the real person here outside of the superhero inside of me, which is 300% superhuman. The superhero in me is awesome. She's fantastic. She doesn't swear, she doesn't lie, she doesn't cheat, she doesn't drink. She's got high moral standards. She doesn't sleep around. She doesn't date people. But that's not me. That's not real. That's fiction. This is real. You know, it hurts when I cut myself, Mom. But Mom says, I don't care if you cut yourself. Oh, I don't live in a weird world, do I? My mom doesn't care if I cut myself. It doesn't care if it bleeds. And this is the 13-year-old in me. What do? I don't know. Suck it up. So I did. Now I'm craving a contact and a relationship that's healthy and functional, and I can't have it. Not only can I not stand being touched, but I want to touch something that I can touch, that I should be able to touch, I can't. Because I've raised her so well that she doesn't need it. That physical bond and affection that she needs is going to need to be from a man. I can't fulfill that for her. Moms always want to be needed, need to be needed. Can I hug you, honey? She says, no, I have to back off. I have to respect that. And I see that you people out there don't respect that. Covert incest, emotional incest, that has been around for hundreds of years. God, it's been around since the beginning of time, when the incest was physical, not just emotional. But we didn't have a name for it till the 80s. While I was growing up in it, there was no name to it until it was too late. Now we don't have any laws to protect people with it. My mom's got custody of both of my kids. They rewarded her for the abuse that I suffered through. Who knows what it's like over there in the States? I can't imagine it. And then the borders get shut down because he's thinking about the finances of his country. He's not thinking about the fundamentals of the Ten Commandments. He's not thinking about the Bible. He's not thinking about law. Thinking about his pocketbook when he retires. Thinking about that he was trying to find a way to bring down a deficit in a country that really can't ever clear its debt because the debt's too bloody high. We're not in debt because we're smaller, but we also have more portions of the world under our commonwealth. You can't take us down. You can control not letting us into your country and try to say, oh, the jobs over here belong to the people that are here because you have job skills. Oh, I don't want you in my country. Which screws up the destiny of people that should be there, that need to be there, that should have already been there, or trying to get there, to do the things that they should have been and are in charge of doing in the Hollywood and other places in the States. So today was just trippy. But anyways, I went to turn on the computer because I was trying to redo the song because YouTube shut down the monetization because they're trying to say that these songs aren't mine. One More Night and 10,000 Years. But I did write them, they are mine. So I'm realizing I better just do a YouTube video because my constant trying to record them isn't working. Maybe I need to go to a different room or something. Anyways, I just give you guys almost an hour of my spiel, beginning to end, beginning, middle, and end. All kinds of different stuff. It's just a really good rant today. I will go and try to record you 10,000 Years, but it won't be in Vancouver where the song was inspired. I won't be near the tree that this song's about. This 2-foot night of pleasure is a huge part of this. But Eve is up there telling everybody she's over here and this is here, and eventually we're going to do a music video and who knows what other kind of skit together. Maybe eventually I'll have all the stuff I need for Busy. You can do your little comedy act if I can get roller skates and the sweater and jackets and stuff. But this will probably be in the video of that because it's like a tree of life. I spent so much time under that tree, that park, that place, from the time I went there as a teenager. was home, outside, on the ground, waiting for the love of my life to come along, rescue me. Would you like to come home? With you? Now? To your room? Sure, I'd love to. We're going to stop for ice cream? You have enough money to pay, right? Here's a guitar, why don't you play? See if you can earn enough money to buy me ice cream. Anyway, that's my thing. That would be going backwards for me, so I'm going to go. If he doesn't come here, and I don't see him, I'm going to just keep going like I've already done. My passport's good, my enhanced driver's license good, and if I can get the people down there to order Superwoman t-shirts to support my freedom, my need to get out, my need to show people what's gone on over here and what I have struggled through, my story, that would be great. I don't know why I can't get this sold here, right in the town I'm in. I think it's because everybody's gotten so used to seeing Superwoman here in this town, they've kind of gotten spoiled, taken advantage of it. Oh, she's from here. But I'm not, but they think I'm living here. I came here to deal with the fact that I was forced to by custody issues, and because I wanted to see what I could use for set for Superwoman stuff. If it's not too late to introduce a Superwoman to the world in concept, even if it's not me. Gosh knows the world need one. They are dying to have a Superwoman to be a hero. Because the people are dying. Spiritually, they have no purpose. But all these people don't live forever. Most of them don't want to. But I know before I die, I'd like to have some things done. Even if it's just leaving instructions to the people that are going to do all the stuff that I've got written. All the outlines are there. Okay, I can go now, God, because I know my stuff's going to get produced. I'd be fine with that because it's something. And Jaren? Yeah. I know you're in LA. I get that. And I know... Oh, you didn't see. I wanted to show you something. See that? That's where the stuffies were supposed to go. I wanted you to see the wall. I didn't want big teddy bears. I said stuffies. I know you'll never watch one of my videos, and you'll never watch this one to the end, but that's the wall. I wanted somebody to come here and, care. Pick me up. I have my driver's license and I have my passport. And if you were officially here on a musical tour of some kind, performance issue of some kind, it'd be easy to leave with you. Simple. Then they wouldn't stop that. Because I'm going back to America with an American with lots of money in the bank. Okay, we'll let her in now. That's the wall. Last summer, when you were on the road to the Cordovas, and I was disappointed because I couldn't leave, I couldn't catch up to you guys, I couldn't go to any one of the shows where you were at anywhere along that time and crash you guys and play an awesome song and go, well, whoa, she's better. I don't play those kind of songs. My songs suck compared to her. She's great. That's cool. That was gone. And I was so bummed that I sat in here all that time and you won't talk to me. You won't write to me. Not one word hi. You're welcome. Thank you. I think we're friends. I think it's love. A good kind of love. Because we can fight and still love each other. Because we know it's good. Anyways, that's the wall. The stuffies, gone. In order to do that kind of stuff right, that kind of romance, that kind of intensity, passion, friendship, bond, whatever you want to call it. The moment to live in it was when I was asking you to go and pick up stuffies from every state you were in. Now for you to go around to all 50 states to pick up a stuffy from every state to fit that wall in my room as an apology, the apology would work. But that's not the same as the stuffy thing from last fall when you were on the road and I was not able to crash any place you were playing. It sucked. Because your president wants control. For the time that he's in the White House, he wants to feel like he's black, a man, or something, American, tough, flunked, flying colors, flunked, super flunked. Now, what I had thought you guys could do was just bring a bunch of people in cars to the borders and just flood the gates. But he can tell security to go home. Too much security, it's not needed. But at any rate, I get that the stuffies are not going to make it to that wall in this room. So that when I leave and my little girl's in here and I'm not here, she's got that. So, that's my thing I wanted you to see. I wasn't kidding. I don't know who read the Twitters yesterday. I know somebody did. People might follow along in this, but I don't know who. Right now, I'm working on trying to bring together a TV show. I'm not going to say the name of the show. You guys know who you are. Because I don't want to jinx it. So I've sent stuff out in the mail today. I've reached out on Facebook. And now I just need the support to revive an old TV show and have a great time. And there's a super famous actor I want to have as a guest in that show if we do the reunion episodes like I'd like to. And it would be fun for him because it isn't about the pay. It's about the adventure. It's about the friendship. It's about the bond. It's about the good time. Because that's what I'm like. And that's what people are feeling to get to experience and be a part of. So I'm hoping that can get fixed. So I'm hoping the shirts will get sold and all that stuff will happen. But, yeah, Jaren, ouch. You know, E.T. phone home? I'll be right here. Ouch. Well, yeah, you ouched me. I don't have anything because of what stops me. I should technically be more successful and probably have more money than you, and you could be like, well, she earns more money than you. Well, she's better than me. I'm not that good. Last year, I was just, some guy in a band. I've had a couple of hit songs, and she kicks my ass. But not talking to me, that's not her. It's not okay. Not coming here with the 50 stuffies for the wall as an apology for some kind of control in a relationship you were trying to shoot for that you can't have. No matter how hard you try. Because you can't fall in love with a dreamer. I'm not the kind of girl you can settle down. I'm the kind of girl you have to cut the strings and let go. I have to be free. Because I've been in prison for so many years in this country already. You gotta let me go. And if you want to know me or want to be around me, you're going to go and find where I am. And you're going to do whatever you got to do to make the money to get to where I went. I'm dying to be in Australia right now. I got stuff I need to do. I got a place to go visit for myself. But it's harsh when you get political people to get in the way. It makes me want to go get a bunch of tattoos, dye my hair blue, and put on my steel-toe Rangers and my leather jacket and go back to being an anarchist. My fundamentals will never change. No matter what I am like on the outside, watching me awkwardly not know how to dress because I am alternative. Because I'm punk. That's not going to change inside of me, regardless of what I look like when I'm skinny and wearing bikinis and learning how to wear high heels again. I don't know. But my political position. But I'm a rebel that knows the cause. Because I have education. I have read. Books. Learned. Lived. But I'm the type of girl that if you don't grab on right in the moment you meet me and realize she's special. If you don't love her, treat her right when it's time, you lose me. Because I don't like being hurt. When it comes to forgiveness, I'm not good. My give a damn's busted. I'm basically a one strike, you're out person. You hurt me, I'm gone. Because I will give you the world if you love me. I will be your best friend. I will bend over backwards. I will give you the only other pair of shoes I got off my feet if you don't have any. But if you don't respect or love or care for that and treat that right, I'm out of here. And I'm going to move forward. No matter how much I want to quit or break down or run back to you, like Joan Jett says. I hate myself for loving you. Can't break free from the things that I do. I want to walk, but I run back to you. That's why I hate myself for loving you. I don't do that. I love that song, and I'd sing it, but I don't do that. I don't know the first thing about it. I don't run back. I just go forward. I don't like making mistakes, and I don't like repeating mistakes. But when I do mistakes, I make good mistakes. I enjoy myself. If I'm going to get drunk and fall off the wagon, I'm going to go and have a great freaking time doing everything I want to do until I'm done. So I've had enough. I'm going to enjoy myself. Then I'm going to clean myself up, wipe myself off, and I'm going to keep going. But I'm going to write and learn from it. The only time I had that run back to you experience is when I was married. That was horrible. I didn't get married because I was in love. I got married because I was scared and I was young. I didn't know what to do. because my religious belief said you can't have children out of wedlock. And now that I've had one out of wedlock, I don't care about marriage. It doesn't matter to me. Because anything I believed in spiritually and anything I was trying to get out of life, is the fundamentals, it's gone. It's been raped and ripped from me. Now it's just a sake of matrimony, what you call it, a ritual. Just for the sake of ritual. Now there are a bunch of men out there that can try to compete against each other to win me and that one white dress experience I have never had yet. May the best man win. It's not necessarily the deepest pocketbook, just the best man. Pocketbooks help, but I'm not going to say which one's richer. Oh, okay, I'll walk down the aisle in a white dress for you. Because I don't have a reason to do it any other way. It doesn't mean anything now. Everybody deserves one kick at the can. I tell you that. Everybody deserves one kick at the can. If you get it right, great. Stay together forever and are happy all the way through it like you're still a high school couple in love. That's wonderful. But if you're not, don't worry about it. Go on with your life. Live. Don't feel guilty. Don't let it eat away at you. Enjoy the life you've got because this is the only one you're going to get. For the most part, that's the way it is for most of us. Anyways, I'm done. I'm going to figure out how to play this guitar and do that song without my screen thingy shutting off. I think in this video, in this 60-minute segment, it's gone off, 2 or 3 times? So it's going to be glitchy. Hopefully the sound plays right for all you guys, but I guess we'll find out soon. Anyways, I'm done my rant for the day. The people that watch, thanks for tuning into Now TV. I am Just Jen, which is why that's what it is. The CD is Just Jen. So the channel was meant for I Am Just Jen. That's me, Just Jen. But I am also the creator of Superwoman and also the narrator and writer for You've Got Mail 2, Possible Peter Pan 2, and, I also read Shakespeare and other stuff. This is not a dating channel. I'm not asking men to come and say, hey, will you date me? This is just me promoting my life as an artist and as a person. Musician-wise, I'm sharing the CD of music, the creation of the compilation of my 3 CD set, Melodies of Israel, to come down the road. So, yeah, please come, leave comments, please like the videos, please share them, please watch them, please tell others too. If you have any questions or any topics that you'd like to see possibly be approached or talked about, go ahead. Let me know what it is. I'll see what I can do. What my 2 cents is worth. It might be worth something. And if it helps somebody, great. So anyways, that's my thing. So I'm signing off. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Especially to those that get through all 60 minutes of this. Peace out, Superwoman.